And there's, based on the 24-hour clock, there's actually very specific times where it is better for you to go to sleep. So ideally, you would be going to sleep by 9, 10 o'clock, because most of the fat burning and the healing and the restoration of your body happens. How do you lose weight while sleeping? I'm going to talk to you about the 4 things that you can do to actually lose weight while you're sleeping. Wouldn't that be amazing? This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness. If you are watching this on YouTube, please hit the like button, the notifications button, the subscribe button, and please share with other people that you think would benefit and would value this information. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. If you're listening to this on my podcast, follow the podcast so that you can get notifications anytime I present new material. So today I want to talk about sleep. But more importantly, we all sleep. Everyone sleeps. That's a given, right? We all get tired and we sleep. How you sleep differs, and what happens in your body while you're sleeping differs. But you can control what happens in your body while you're sleeping by what you're doing for the rest of the day when you're not sleeping. So your not sleeping time dictates the quality of your sleep. If your body is in autophagy while you're sleeping, and if you don't know what that means, watch some different videos or listen to some podcasts that I've done on autophagy. What you do when you're not sleeping during the day dictates how much cleansing and healing happens in your body while you're sleeping, and the whole lose weight thing. So when I say lose weight, I just want to make sure everyone's clear. You know, I don't consider myself, a weight loss doctor. I consider myself a health and nutrition doctor. And when I say weight loss, in my mind, I'm thinking healing, cleansing, cellular change, decreasing inflammation, because I know that when your body heals inside at a cellular level, the natural outcome is weight loss. And if you're watching this or listening to this, and you're like, well, I don't have any weight to lose. But everybody is subjected to toxins and stress, and we all have healing and cleansing to do. So if you don't have weight to lose, that's okay. Everything that I talk about in regards to weight loss, really, that's just the byproduct. That's just the side effect of your body getting healthy. Ready? My favorite thing, at a cellular level. When your body's healthy at a cellular level, when you're regularly eating whole, real, natural, God-made foods, your body can heal and it can be healthy and it can cleanse, because we're constantly being bombarded with emotional stress creating chemicals in our body that have a negative effect, physical stress creating issues in our body having an effect, thoughts having an effect, what we eat putting into our body, all of that has an effect on our body. Okay, so let's cover the 4 things that will drastically improve your quality of sleep, but will actually allow you to lose weight, or in other words, as you've heard me explain, cleanse, heal, and have your cells the healthiest possible while you're sleeping. Okay, so number 1 thing to lose weight or to burn fat or to heal inside your body while you're sleeping is stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Now, there's a lot more to it. There's circadian rhythms, and there's, based on the 24-hour clock, there's actually very specific times where it is better for you to go to sleep. So ideally, you would be going to sleep by 9, 10 o'clock, because most of the fat burning and the healing and the restoration of your body happens between about 10 and 2. So if you're not going to bed till after midnight, you're only getting about 2 hours of that amazing healing sleep instead of 4 hours of that amazing healing sleep if you just went to bed a little bit earlier. But that's part of the equation. But let's just say that you go to bed at midnight, because I know a lot of people go to bed later. So you just want to make sure this the tip number one to be able to burn fat and heal, lose weight in your body while you're sleeping is the first tip is stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. And the reason being is because when you do fall asleep and you enter into that slumber, you don't want to be digesting food that you just ate 20 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, falling asleep on the couch after eating a box of pizza or something. But you want to have all of that digestion and all that processing of the food out of the way so that when you fall asleep, now the body can go in and start healing and cleaning shop and removing disease cells and cleaning out things that aren't working, injured tissue, etc. But if you're digesting food for the first 2, 3, 4 hours instead, you've lost that amazing restoration time of sleep. So number one, stop eating at least 2 to 3, 4 hours would be even better before you go to sleep, so that instead of your body spending its energy on digesting food, now while you're sleeping, your body can spend it on restoring energy, repairing the body, and just, that really high quality restorative sleep. Okay, number two is if you want to lose weight while you're sleeping, remember I told you I started off this training with the quality of your sleep and how much weight you lose or how much fat you burn or how much healing happens in your body while you're sleeping has everything to do with what you do when you're not sleeping. So the second tip is when you're not sleeping, so the whole day, what are you doing? What are you doing specifically with your stress levels? Because when you're under stress, it releases cortisol, which is a fat storage hormone, and it interferes with melatonin, which is that amazing chemical, brain chemical that most of you have heard about, that help you sleep better, help you heal better, burn fat, lose weight while you're sleeping. So the second tip is we want to do what we can during the day to release stress. One of the most important, powerful things you can do that only takes 4 or 5 seconds is what I just did, is to actually take a deep breath in and out. When you breathe deep like that and mindfully, you actually turn off the sympathetic nervous system, which is the stress part of the nervous system, and you turn on the parasympathetic part of the nervous system, which is the part of the nervous system that digests food, heals your body. When your parasympathetic nervous system is turned on, that's when you can be connected with who you really are and deal with stress so much better. So just breathe, or maybe meditate, or maybe change, how you're thinking. So anything that you have found that helps you reduce stress during the day so that you can reduce the cortisol, reduce the fat storage, and increase melatonin. Okay, the third tip to be able to lose weight or burn fat or heal your body from at a cellular level while you're sleeping is you want to do your best throughout the day, and especially later in the night, to reduce the intake of carbohydrates. So we've talked about this, and I have trainings on this. We have 3 macronutrients. We have proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Proteins, as long as you're not eating a ton of them, don't raise blood sugar very much, hence don't release insulin, hence don't store fat. Fat does not make you fat. Fat has the most negligible effect on insulin and blood sugar than any other of the macronutrients. So fat, there's no raise in glucose whatsoever, which means there's no raise in insulin, and you don't store fat. So fat doesn't make you fat. And then the third, carbohydrates, have everything to do with the high glucose, the high insulin, and storing fat. So the third tip is decrease your intake of carbohydrates, especially later at night, but throughout the day. We don't want a lot of carbohydrates. We want to strategically do high carbohydrate days, but most days the best way of eating is within a 6 to 8 hour eating window, lots of healthy vegetables, 50–70% of your calories from fats and a little bit of protein, and very minimal fruits or carbohydrates. So decrease your carbohydrates so that you decrease the insulin, hence decrease fat storage, which will allow you to sleep better and lose weight while you're sleeping. Okay, the fourth thing, and then I'll finish on this, is a lot of people have problems where they can fall asleep, but then they wake up. They usually wake up, the most common time is like 2, 3 in the morning. Well, 2, 3 in the morning, remember the circadian rhythms that I talked about? You know what happens between 2 or 3 in the morning? Your gallbladder and your liver are active. So the circadian rhythm, I actually have a chart, just looking at it earlier today. Different organs come into play at different hours of the day based on a 24-hour clock. Liver, gallbladder is amplified or turned on about 2, 3 o'clock. So if you're eating a lot of, and this is the fourth tip, you're eating a lot of cooked, processed, preservative-filled foods, in other words, processed foods. If it's in a box, if man has changed it, if it's not a vegetable or animal protein or healthy fat, that's real whole live food. If it's not that and it's some type of packaged processed food that has preservatives and chemicals put into it so that it doesn't spoil on the shelf, that increases your toxic load. And then between 2 and 3, when the liver and gallbladder are doing their thing, if you're eating a lot of processed food or you have a lot of toxins in your body that you haven't adequately cleared out by intermittent fasting, water fasting, getting into fat burning, all the stuff that I teach people when I take them through my 12-month coaching program, then you're going to probably wake up at 2 or 3 and not get the best sleep. And if you're waking up at 2 or 3, do you think you're going to be burning fat or losing weight or healing the cells? No. So those are the 4 ways that you can actually lose weight or burn fat or heal your body at a cellular level while you're sleeping. 1, stop eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. 2, reduce your carbohydrates. 3, reduce your stress so that you reduce cortisol. And 4, reduce your intake of processed food. I hope that helps. This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pure Vida Wellness, loving you, motivating you, inspiring you, and teaching you to live your most amazing, healthiest, passionate, energetic, adventurous, fulfilled life in mind, body, heart, and spirit. Peace out. Have an amazing day.